and record this before I forget. Okay. I can't see the chat right now.
Cassie, you muted yourself.
Thank you. That would have sucked. Wow. Okay. You can hear me now, right? Everybody can hear me? Okay, cool. Thank you, Amanda. That would have been really awful. Okay, so back to what I was saying with you guys. So we're about halfway through November, I think a little over halfway. So I want to shout out the girls who are hitting Success Club. I'm still in the trenches with you guys at SC8, and I normally am at SC10 by the 10th. That's like my non-negotiable. So I'm in the trenches inviting with you guys. So we have me at SC8, Adrian at SC6, Shelby at SC6, Amanda at SC6, and Anna at SC6. All three of them are brand new coaches. And then on the board, we have Amanda McLean at SC2, Cassidy Miller at SC2, Sierra at SC2, and Lauren at SC2. If you're wondering where I'm getting these from, if you go, like I know a lot of you guys are new coaches, so it's really important that as you onboard challengers and get Success Club points or new coaches, if you just go to the files section in Team Gratefully Fit, every single month there's a document titled like November Lives Change Club, October Lives Change Club. So that's where I'm getting these from. So if you are at Success Club and I didn't shout you out, it's because you're not updating this. And I know a few of you guys might not have known this existed. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So if you're not at Success Club, I'd be obviously working to get there, but there's still plenty of time in the month to hit your non-negotiable. If you're not hitting Success Club, you're not going to be able to build a business. I'm just honest about that. Like I don't feel like there's any other way to say it. So I'm just going to be really blunt. You can't build a business if you're not hitting Success Club. So other news, plant-based beach bars are coming out December 3rd. And then we also have a new program with Joel Freeman coming out. It doesn't come out till spring 2020. It's called 10 Rounds. It's like a boxing program. But before all that, we have Bar Blend coming out. So coaches get early access December 3rd through the 15th. And then customers can start buying it on the 16th. So if you have somebody who wants to get it right away, if they sign up as a coach, they can get it in that 3rd through the 15th time period. But I'm also hosting, if you did not see in Team Gratefully Fit, I don't normally host free groups for the entire team, but I am co-hosting with Jess Lynn a free Bar Blend free group. So it's called Meet Me at the Bar. And it starts next Monday. Doors open this Saturday though. And all of this is in Team Gratefully Fit if you want the details to be more specific. I also went live in there and shared it. But invite anybody, because really what this group is going to be is not only a glimpse into Bar Blend, but it's going to be run like a free group. So we're going to have workouts and tons of prizes, but we're going to do a Black Friday sale so that we all hit Success Club super quick in December. So we're going to have Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. And then I also wanted to mention, just because I know we have a lot of new coaches, are the Success Club trips. So quite literally, guys, not only is Success Club how you build a business, but when you hit Success Club every single month, you earn a free vacation. And I don't think people realize how stupid easy it is to get a free vacation. The more points you earn, the more of your vacation that's paid for. But I know a lot of people who just hit, SC5, SC8, SC10, and they haven't owed any money at the end. And so it's once a year, and, I've earned 3 of them now. I haven't been able to go on them because I was pregnant for one and delivering for the other. But this next one I finally get to actually attend. But yes, if you are looking for another reason to be consistent with Success Club, don't forget we have Success Club trips. Like this year, we're going to Punta Cana. And then after this year's trip, they'll announce where next year's trip is. So put that on your vision board and make that a goal in your business. And take your freaking husband or your mom or your best friend on vacation for free, okay? So a couple people to shout out. We have Amanda. She's a brand new coach. I think she's been coaching like 3 weeks, and she locked in Emerald this past week, and she's at Success Club, which is amazing. Then I also want to shout out Cassidy. She might actually, I don't even know if she's on right now. She might be driving home from her retreat. So she hosted her first retreat this weekend, and Amanda also hosted her first retreat. They both hosted Emerald retreats, which is something I did a year and a half ago when I was trying to hit diamond and solidify my diamond. So first of all, that's amazing that they're hosting retreats because that shows leadership and growth. And I know it can be scary, especially if your personality type is similar to mine. And I'm really afraid of events because I'm so introverted. But retreats are so powerful, you guys. And if you're pushing for diamond or you're close to diamond, really, really strongly urge you to consider hosting an Emerald retreat. or some sort of retreat for your team. You could host a diamond retreat, obviously, but when I was pushing to solidify my diamond and I needed those emeralds, I hosted an emerald retreat. It was just at my parents'. I think the entire thing cost me $200. I had like 7 or 8 girls there, and it was so much fun, and it was just like a 2-night thing. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could even just do like a 1-day thing, but something to think about. And then I think I had this on last week's call, but Amanda locked in Success Club Legend. So that means she hit Success Club 12 months in a row. And then when you lock it in 24 months in a row, you become a Success Club All-Star. So that's badass. It shows that she's actually building a business. That's why she has the most solid diamond on my team. And also she gets that free vacation. So again, another thing to put on your vision board. When I heard what a Success Club All-Star was, I wrote it on my vision board, and that drove me like nothing else, you guys. I wanted to be an SC10 All-Star Legend, which means you have to hit SC10 24 months in a row or higher. And I shit you not, the last month, the 24th month that I had to lock in this goal, I had a return the day before the month was over. So it's the last month on the last day on the 24th month of me getting to lock in SC10 All-Star Legend, and I had a return. I was crying. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to do this. Like, this is a big goal I really wanted. And my husband's like, sit down. I'm going to watch Jax. I'll give you all day long. You're going to hit success. You're going to get one more person. And I did. I signed somebody up with a challenge pack, and I locked in SC10 that month. And I think it was the month I had Jax, actually. So I was like a new mom too. So anyway, put that goal on your board because it's really fun and it's such an honor, and you get a lot of recognition at Summit when you're a Success Club Legend or All-Star. So anyway, all right, I'm going to stop with announcements, and I'm going to kick it over to Kelsey. So Kelsey, I totally should have made up like a pretty slide, and I didn't even think about that. But Kelsey's a badass. So could you tell them like I know you might feel like you're bragging, but just tell them your accolades of like when you started, your rank, like your Success Club, how many months you've hit it, all of that stuff.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll go just a little bit into what, like my story. I'm not going to go super detailed because I want to get like to the point and to the tips that I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, I'm super excited to be talking to you guys tonight. But so for those who don't know me, my name's Kelsey Fish. I'm 24 and I'm from Canada. So if you hear my accent, people are always like, I can hear your Canadian accent. That's because I'm Canadian. I joined 2 years ago, actually just as a regular challenger. And keep in mind that, so when I joined, the coach that I really set up with wasn't actually like actively running the business like we are. And so at that time, I didn't even know about the coaching opportunity. And I was a former athlete. So the fitness side of things kind of always came easy to me, but I was that yo-yo dieter. I was that person who was always pouring into other people, putting my time and energy into all these other things, and I had nothing left for myself. And I was entering my postgrad at the time in brain disorders, and I was working a full-time job as a behavior therapist, and safe to say I was that person who was like, I don't have time to coach or do anything. But my boyfriend and I had just moved to a new big city, and I needed a way to pay for rent. And I was loving the programs. I was loving the products. My coach started talking to me about saving money as a discount coach. And she was like, do you want to see what it's all about? So I kind of just really started off slow. I, had zero idea about what to do first. I had a private account. I started at 0 followers. I kept my profile private for months. And my coach at the time wasn't a huge help, again, because she wasn't like actively running the business. But I hop on the TFTF team call sometimes, and I literally built my entire diamond with my warm market. And I did this while doing all of the things, working full-time as a behavior therapist, like commuting to my postgrad at night, commuting home to work on my business. And as soon as I hit diamond, my coach quit the business. So I was like, well, shit, like there's no point to even coach anymore. Like, what the hell? What am I going to do? I'm just going to throw in the towel right now. But in that time, I had such a fire in my belly, and I saw the potential with things, and I had a team of my own, and I couldn't even imagine like leaving my own team. Like, it blows my mind when people quit. Like, I had a diamond quit on me, and like she just left her entire team, and it didn't make any sense to me that someone would do that. And I didn't want to do that to my team. So I had all the excuses, but I decided to just, lean in despite no one leading me at that time. And I made that my reason. So my coach, Katrina, who is now my coach, eventually reached out to me. I just got placed to like my coach's upline, who was Katrina, and the rest is kind of history from there. But within this past year of hitting diamond, so a year ago I had hit diamond. I'm now a 2-star coach. I was a 3-star coach, and I had another diamond quit the business. But I have been so damn consistent in sharing about the business and sharing my journey and sharing what I do behind the scenes, no matter what season of life I'm going through. So when I finished my post-grad in brain disorders, and I landed literally my dream job in a hospital working in clinical research, I got extremely burnt out, and there was no growth for me in that job. And I was so sick of like the 1.5-hour commute. And so I eventually went part-time at the beginning of summer. My boyfriend and I had moved to his parents' lake house for the summer to save money for a house that we are moving into literally this week. So I'm super pumped for that. But we moved to the lake, so I went part-time, and I had an even bigger commute. And that's when I really leaned into the coaching opportunity even more. And at the end of the summer, in August, this past summer, I actually quit that dream job and now working as a full-time coach. And my boyfriend and I, again, we're moving into our house on Friday, insert income disclaimer. But throughout the past year, I've just been so consistent in hitting Success Club 10, like minimum. So I just wanted to share a big tip on how I was able to do that within the past year, and how I've only been able to do that with like 3,000 followers or less. And I know people get so stuck on the numbers and like worrying about comparing themselves to other people. So I really wanted to break things down into some 5 tips that I have to kind of just shed some light on that stuff and show you guys that someone with 200 followers can be just as successful as someone with 2,000 followers. So my first tip that I want to just talk to you guys about is really just finding your people that you'd want to go take shots with. Like straight up as that, I think that like talking about creating those connections and inviting those people is so important in this business, and connecting with your dream person. And I know Cassie like is so good at teaching you guys about this stuff. But really about like, you want to make your team the people that you want to hang out with every day. I try and follow at least a minimum of 30 people every single day. And that might be just getting lost in my followers, finding people who might be my people. Like I literally have it written down on my like my exact target market, who I am looking for. And then the next day I might sporadically unfollow people because they might not be my people. And once I start to see their things, I'll just sporadically unfollow people as I go. But then I'm relating with those people that look like my people. I don't wait for them to come to me once they've followed me back. I go to their page and I ask them questions about them and what they do, what kind of dog they have, like what they do for their job. You have to approach these people and reach out to these people. Imagine like walking to a fair and you see a bunch of booths set up everywhere, and you walk up to this booth and you just stand there and like you just stare at them. It is so much more awkward not to say anything to these people who might be like selling soaps or candles or whatever it might be. It is so much more awkward to stand there and literally not say anything at all than to approach them and just start asking questions about everything. And so that just shows the importance of like reaching out to these people, asking them questions, and building those relationships with those people. There are people that I know like are my people. I comment on their stuff all the time. They're not actually signed with anything yet. But those are like the group of people that I have that I'm always like, we're chatting, we're talking about life. And then when I do have a group coming up, I'll say like, hey girl, I know we've been chatting. I'm not sure if you've seen my recent stories about my new challenge group coming up. It would be such a perfect fit for you. Like, I'd love to tell you more information about anything. Would you be interested? And it's as easy as that. Same goes with coach previews. I might reach out to someone because I might think they would be really good when it comes to being a coach. And I might say like, hey, this is why I think you would be so good at being a coach. Did you want to hop into my free group to just see and hear what it's all about? As simple as that. And then what people usually miss, this is what once the invite's out, this is the part that people usually miss, is keep being friends with them after they've said no. So many people get that no response and they're like, oh my God, I just take it so emotionally. Like, I don't want to reach out to anyone anymore. I got a no, and like a hard, cold no. But that's when people usually like stop. But once you've planted that seed, that's that perfect time for you guys to show that you care and follow back up with their life. So that's the important part, is following back up with someone about their life. Pour into the people that you already have, pour into the people that you've been connecting with. I have one of my rock star coaches who was in my past mentorship in October, and I had reached out to her in like May. We were both looking for a house. We were talking about like the market, all this stuff. And every single month I would always invite her. And literally in October, she had finally signed up as a coach. And she was one of my people who like blew up. But I think it's because I was connecting with her for so long and I knew so much of her story, and she was literally like my person. But it's because I poured into her and I poured into those people I already had and those people that I was making those connections and those relationships with. So really just focus on when you guys get a no, don't take that as like a forever no. If they are your people, follow up with them about their life, follow up with them, ask them how their dog's doing after they got out of surgery, ask them how their exam went, something like that. Regardless of how long you guys have been in this business, you will get people who don't respond to you, but that magic is in that follow-up, and that shows that you guys are caring. And remember that the only way to get better at these things is by inviting and following up, just doing those things. Experience is the best teacher in this business. I always say we are in a do and then learn business. Just find your voice. How would you want to be followed up with? How would you want to be invited with? Because consistency builds confidence in this business. I swear I can go on like a whole other call about consistency. But when you have that confidence, this business gets so easy. The second thing that I want to talk about is being the ad that you keep going back to. So I'm sure this happens to a lot of you guys. And I'm sure that I'm probably talking to a lot of people who are one of those people looking at other coaches and they're like, why are they killing it? And I'm not going anywhere. So I'm kind of here to shed some light about that. Patience and persistence in this business are your biggest strengths. And this will be your middle name. You will win this business if you guys stay in the game and you stay persistent with these things. So I'm going to give you guys some stats. I forget what podcast I heard this from, but I was on average, when someone buys something online, prior to their purchase, they've had already 30 different interactions or touch points with us. 30 different interactions with us. So that doesn't necessarily mean like conversations and like invites and things like that. That just means like them seeing your post, seeing you post about your challenge group. They have consumed content. They've watched your stories about your challenge group. And every time they see your name talking about coaching or whatever it might be, that's a touch point. Once you've piqued the interest of someone or your potential customer or client, they're sitting on the fence and they're like, okay, like I need to see this a few more times. And the average person sits on the fence for 22 days. They already know they want to buy something from you, but they're not ready to pull the trigger. And they literally will wait for an average of 22 days. So I thought this was super interesting because, for example, I've been looking at this website for like a workout clothing like outfit for this girl I follow on Instagram. And I've like really wanted to buy this workout outfit. And I keep like, I have it in my cart for so long. I've had it there. And I just like haven't the trigger. I'll go to the cart. I'm sure everyone has done this. You go to the cart, you're like about to press checkout and like purchase and okay. And then you're like, okay, maybe not today. Like I'll do it another time. I'll wait till like I get paid or something. But the only way that I keep going back to that, the thing that gets me going back to buy that outfit was seeing them constantly show up all the time on social media, posting this outfit all the time. How many times have you guys done something similar? Like my point is it's more than just getting people to buy a challenge pack. What makes them return and what makes them follow through with that after they've been sitting on the fence for so long? It's you. It's you constantly showing up every single day, being consistent with that, being persistent, constantly sharing your story, constantly sharing how you became a coach, why you think that your at-home workouts are so great because you struggled for so long when it comes to your workouts. And again, it's just what makes them follow through with those things. So persistence is just not giving up on things just because it isn't working. It's consistently inviting and reaching out and doing this every single day, not just for 2 days and then giving up for 3 days. It's doing these things every single freaking day. The third thing I want to talk to you guys is how to boost your engagement with only 200 followers. So I just want to give some of my best tips on what I think you guys can do to grow your engagement with your Instagram, because I built my business in where I am today with literally less than 3,000 followers. I hit diamond with 500 followers, you guys. Like people think that they need like thousands of followers to hit diamond or like at least 1,000 followers and they base their success off of that. So I want to preface this by saying vanity metrics do not equal or determine success in this business. Vanity metrics just means like things that make you look good, like having a lot of followers or something. You guys, more followers does not make you more trustworthy or make you more money or make you more successful in this business. Like that is not true at all. Your followers will not determine what rank you are in this business. So I just want to give you guys a few tips. The first one being use hooks and calls to actions in every single post, because the more time that someone spends on your post, the better it performs. So hooks meaning, I nearly shit my pants, and like people are like, what did she shit her pants about? Like, I want to keep reading about this. Or like starting your first sentence of your caption with, you won't believe what happened. Or I vividly remember the panic attack that I had. Like that was one of mine the other day. And people were like, what did she have a panic attack over? So think about how you can grab people's attention and hook people in like that. And then a call to action could just be comment below. But keep in mind, you guys, don't create a call to action that makes people like, that requires a lot of time. For example, like don't be like, comment below how you met your significant other, because people have time, but they don't have that much time to tell you about their significant other and how they met, but they do have time to tell you if they prefer hard or soft shell tacos. So just think of the things that people would say like, okay, I have time to like respond to this quick call to action, and really hook them, and then finish it with a call to action. Or start your first sentence with save this for later. And most likely people are going to save that to their collection, or they are going to read to see what they can save for later. Give them action so that they can think of you and be doing that. Don't give them something where they're like, okay, I don't understand what I need to do here. So be direct, because if you want people to work with you, you have to be super direct and clear with what you're doing. The second thing is responding to all of your comments, even those like spam bots, like just like, thanks, have a great day, something like that. The more comments that you get gets you placed higher within your hashtags. So people also see your content more often, if that makes any sense. And then the third thing is just DMing your top likers. I think I've heard Cassie talk about this before, but DMing your top likers and asking them what they want to see more of and what they struggle with. And then the best part is actually implementing those things. If someone wants to see more ideas about meal prep, actually implement more ideas about meal prep, and do this for like 5 to 10 people a week. It doesn't have to be like everyone all at once and you have to share everything at once. Bonus points, use voice memos to connect with these people who are always liking your photos. Thanks so much for always supporting my page. Like, you freaking rock. I love how you've been following my journey for so long. I'd love to hear what you want to see more of, just to get some feedback. I'm changing things up about my page. But what's important to know about this is that you're not actually inviting them or asking them to do anything for you. This is you just pouring into what you already have. And again, you can do this with 200 followers. Pour into those people that you already have. So that was that. The fourth tip that I have for you guys is like my favorite thing, is using the know, like, trust. So getting people up through the know, like, trust process, because people need to feel like they need to trust you. They want to know that they aren't being scammed. But again, this stuff takes persistence. So I like to use what's called the know, like, trust. And this is how you're going to get people to get signed up with you. And it's also going to help transform those fence sitters. How many times has someone messaged you and they're like, girl, like, you're so inspiring. Like, I loved your post today. And you're like, why aren't you signed up with me then? Like, what the hell? Right? Like, how many times have you gotten this before? And people need to get to know you first. That's the reason. People have to like you as a person before they can like you based on your business. So who are you outside of Instagram? And I really want you guys to just like check yourself and like think about if you're sharing who you are outside of Instagram. People should know that I'm moving into a house this week. People should know that I have a new puppy. People should know that I have a boyfriend and that I love going to Bath and Body Works and HomeSense and, like these little things about my life, because I want them to like me outside of my business. They probably know that I love beer. I love wine. I love chicken wings and nachos, like all of the things. That Cassie loves tequila or whatever it might be. But you want people to think of you outside of Instagram and like you outside of Instagram before they get to know you as a person. And the same goes with coaching. Like, I get some of my girls being like, well, how can you see a leader? How can you be seen as a leader? Like, I only have like 100 or 200 followers. And the answer to this is so simple, you guys. Show them what you're learning along the way. For example, a call like this, show them that you are learning right now and that you are being fed all this information, and show them that you are being a leader and that you're leading by example. Show them that how everything is so easily broken down. Like, we have everything so easy to us. Everything is so simply broken down. just like you guys attract what you think about, you're going to attract what you talk about. So I want you guys to really grow using the know, like, trust process. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but it literally just in big letters, know, like, trust. Anyways, know meaning the customer is going to become aware of you. So the customer follows you. They're going to watch your story, whatever it might be for that day. They're going to look at your top 6 posts probably, but they're becoming aware of you. The like part is where they're going to be like, okay, I like this girl. Like, okay, yeah, maybe she just got engaged. Maybe she just had a baby. Maybe she's moving into a new house like I am. Maybe she just got a new puppy. I'm going to ask her how her like training's going with her puppy. If her dog's a little shit like my dog is. But they want to get to like you, okay? That's the point where they decide that they're gonna like you. And then the trust piece is when they're trusting you enough to really follow through and take action on what you're offering. And you guys have to build that like. It is impossible to go from the know to the trust. You just can't do that. People have to like you. You can just skip that and do the work. Like I have so many of my girls in their first month being like, this is so hard. I don't have anyone interested. I don't have any new conversations going. No one's answering me. But that's because they have to begin to like you. You guys, you have to just, more than just 1 month of this business, more than just 2 months, more than just 3 months of you being persistent and consistent in this business. Again, that's going to be your middle name. Like you guys have to keep doing that. And then the last thing, just wanted to touch on quickly, is going hard in the paint. And this is just like some tough love for you guys, but I want Success Club to become so easy for you guys. Like I know that some people, what's this saying? No, we're good. But I have so many people thinking that Success Club, you know, like comes so easy to me for some reason, or all my girls are like at Success Club 2 and I'm at Success Club 14 or whatever it might be. But I find the coaches that say it's not hard to hit Success Club are the ones that have been working all month for the past few months to make 1 month easier. It's not just about working for one day and making one post and thinking people are just going to like flock to you magically, because it's not going to happen. It's not about just going through the motions for people to see. It's not just about checking off the boxes for your week. It's about what you do when no one's watching. It's about what you do when you don't have Cassie standing over your shoulder being like, why are you just lurking Instagram right now? Like, what are you doing to push your business forward right now? What, like, you might just be putting in the hours. You might be waking up early, but it's about what you're actually doing during that time that's going to translate into your business. So it's really about becoming aware of what you're doing and then becoming consistent with those things that you're doing, rather than just lurking Instagram and being like, oh my God, I don't have anyone interested this month. Like what's going on? And if one-on-one coaches came to me, or they have various times, and said like, cause I haven't hit Success Club yet, no one's interested. Like it's the end of the month. I really got to push. I'm going to be like, why didn't you push last week? Why didn't you push at the beginning of the month? Like, what have you been doing? How many invites have you been sending every week? Like, have you been focusing on your personal development? It's just like those things that you really just have to ask yourself, because what you're doing right now is going to pay off for January. Because those people, you're talking about your challenge groups right now, those people in January who are all like, oh yeah, new me, new goals, new year, whatever, they're going to think of you first, because they're going to be in the back of you're going to be in the back of their mind, and they're going to want to hop in with you because you were talking about your challenge groups in November. They're going to sign up in January. Okay. It can't just be like, okay, well, I started a few conversations at the end of November and I didn't hit Success Club in November. That's because you weren't being consistent with it throughout the entire month, and no one's going to just like flock to you magically. So again, it's what you do during those times where no one's watching, becoming aware of what you're doing, become consistent with those things, set a timer, set an hour to just invite and reach out. If you guys haven't hopped on our power hours before Monday night team calls, do that. And then actually do the things that people are telling you to do. Don't just sit there and like create a caption for the night or something like that. Like actually do the things that they're telling you within that power hour. Another good thing is hopping on the power hours from the champions page every single week, because our In the Beachbody champions page, definitely make sure you're in the champions page, because they have so much amazing content and there's so many good trainings. But they have power hours that they record as well. So if you can't hop on them live, that's completely okay. And that's not an excuse. Hop into one of those power hours so that you guys have exactly what to do within an hour if you guys don't know what to do. And again, I'm sure you guys probably have power hours and things like that. But again, yeah, I absolutely love those power hours. So just do them, hop on one. I promise it will work in your business. But again, showing up when no one's there to hold your hand and just doing the work. This goes the same with your fitness journey. Like if you guys are half-assing your fitness journey, or if you're still lifting the same weight that you were in like week 1 of 21 Day Fix in week 5 of the work, you guys are half-assing your fitness journey. No wonder you're not seeing results. And as Amwala says, like, don't be mad at the results because of the work that you didn't do. I think that's what he said. Yeah. Don't be mad at the results you didn't get because of the work you didn't do. That was just like mind-blowing to me when he says this. He is freaking awesome. If you guys are doing the work, I love him. But anyways, lastly, I just wanted to like recap over kind of everything. These are the things that I'm doing like every single month to consistently hit high Success Club numbers, even without a huge following. I'm finding my people and connecting with those people. Like I'm spending at least half hour every single day connecting and finding my people, and then following up with people about their life. Send them birthday messages. Like I know a lot of people in power hours take some time to just like send some birthday messages out. But do those things, like follow up with people about their life, ask them how they've been, ask them how their summer went or whatever it was. Ask them what their Thanksgiving plans are if you're American, I don't know. And then being persistent on social media, inviting all month long and always showing your face, always showing up, so that people are always like those fence sitters are always going to come back to you when they do choose. It's their time. Like, I'm ready. Not just you showing up at the end of the month or the beginning of the month talking about one boot camp. Like I know Cassie and I know that she plans her month for success. So I'm sure you guys have ideas of what to be inviting to all throughout the month. So that you guys will have something to show up for and something to invite for, not just the beginning of the month, but all month. And then again, yes, Cassie is just like the queen of, she did a training for us, for my team about setting herself up for the month. And you have to just be able to plan those things. And if Kathy does that for you guys, like that's even easier. Like I even tell my girls exactly what they should be inviting to all month long. Like this business is so duplicatable. Just do those things and you will see success. And again, I don't feel bad for someone if they come to me at the end of the month and they're like, well, I have no one interested. And again, I'll just ask them what they've been doing all month, how many invites they've sent, and if they've been doing those things every single day for the past 2 months or only a few times a week for like a month. And then again, making sure that you go through that know, like, trust process so that people will like you. They have to like you outside of the business before they like you as a business person. And again, vanity metrics does not equal success in this business. Someone with 500 followers can be just as successful as someone with 3,000 followers in this business. Trust me, coming from someone who only has like 3,000 followers and was sitting and like, I'm a 2-star diamond, whatever your rank might be, like fancy dancy stuff, that does not determine your success in this business. So again, showing up, do the work, go hard in the paint. That's really the best tips that I got for you guys. But if you guys have any questions, I would love to answer anything. Cassie, I hope that was
that was okay. So good. I have a couple questions. If you guys have questions, you can type them in the chat here, or you can unmute yourself. Either way is fine. But I do have a couple questions. So my first question for you was, you said that you spend 30 minutes a day. Oh, am I frozen? Kelsey's frozen. Amanda, am I frozen? No? Is Kelsey frozen for you? Okay, you're not frozen.
You guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
My connection, like when I said connection, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you were frozen for a second, but you're back now. Hopefully it stays. It's being weird. Okay, so you said you spend 30 minutes a day, like finding your people and then liking and commenting on their stuff. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Sorry, you froze again.
I know you cut out for a second, but I got it.
Okay, so you're liking, commenting on their stuff. So how do you keep track of people you've engaged with? That you're like, oh, I'm going to engage on.
So the people who I have already reached out to?
Yeah, like when you're doing that 30
So I usually
of connecting.
So what I do is I actually have like a collection saved on my Instagram. Like, you know how you can like save photos to like collections and stuff. I actually have one named like Dream Team, and I will save anyone's photos into that Dream Team like collection. I usually go into that and like follow up on whatever their life might be. I know there's like a lot of people, my main people that I know I want to do this, their stories will pop up first. But if anyone that I want on my team might be missed or something, I always go back to that collection and I'll go through those people. And I'll just like follow up with them there kind of thing. And those are also the people that I'll go through, the people who have liked their photos, and then I'll follow some people on their photos, because most likely if they're my person, they also have people that are very similar to them. So I'll usually go through people who have liked their photos and kind of just like connect that way.
I do something similar. And then for, oh crap, I lost my question. Oh, how often you're not going to their pages like every day, right? It's
No.
like a couple times a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I only do it like once or twice a week usually. I don't want to like always be bugging them like, hey, how was your week? Hey,
yeah,
like whatever it might be. If I go to their messages and I realize I just had messaged them like a week ago or something, and it's really like nothing interesting, I'll just find someone else and start a new conversation.
yeah. And then you said I actually have never heard of the DM top likers and ask what they want to see more of. That's genius.
Yeah.
That wasn't me, because that's smart. I'm going to do that though.
I feel like I forget who I had heard it from. Maybe it was like Morgan. But yeah, just DM it, like those people that are always liking your photos and like always at the top of your stories, going to their pages and like just voice memoing them or asking them what they want to see more of or what might be beneficial for them and what they're struggling with. Cause it's really not asking them to do like anything like out of their, like, it's not like, oh my God, she sent me an invite or something. It's literally just like, hey, like looking to like revamp my page or something. Is there anything you want to see more of? And the same goes with even like new followers lately that I've been connecting with. Because when I send my initial reach out, I'll introduce myself. And then if they respond, they tell me a little bit about them. I'll say, so glad to connect with you. Is there anything specifically that you like want to look for on my page or that you'd like to see? And then those new people following you are also like super interested to see like what you're going to post about. And if you're going to post about, you know, they want to see Thanksgiving recipes or healthier recipes for Thanksgiving or something like that. But again, that's another thing to just like help boost your engagement.
Yeah, and I liked how so you mentioned every post needs a call to action, and so few people do that. And a call to action isn't always, hey, join my boot camp. A call to action can literally be, what's your favorite dessert? Like, click the link in my bio to follow my podcast. Like save this post for later. I try to do one on every single post, but it definitely does not always need to be and should not always be, join me, you know?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I can like I said, as simple as like hard or soft tacos, or like, have you ever built an IKEA dresser? Like, this was so frustrating today. Like
okay, and then the last thing I was gonna ask you, you might not. Do you have like, because I would share it with my girls if you do, like a list of what because I know everybody does their power hour kind of different. Do you have a list of like what your specific power hour looks like that I can share on my team page?
Yeah, I can share my power hour with you.
That's amazing. I'm going to totally share that with them. So
I actually guys like, I'll send it to you.
Go. What were you saying?
I was just going to say I have like a Google Doc with a few other girls that I'm in a mastermind chat with, and they've also put their power hours in there. So I can share that.
Yes, I want to see because I like seeing how everybody does theirs, and sometimes I get doing it my way, and I'm like, for some reason doing it a different way just feels exciting, and I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yes.
I don't know why. Okay, do any of you guys have questions? If you do, you can unmute yourself or in the chat here. No? You answered all the questions. That was so good. Thank you so much, Kelsey.
I hope it helped.
It was. That was literally amazing. Like, this is all my notes. I took I took so many notes. So thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a good night. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.